everyone? What's up, everyone? It's your boy Damien Shikora. Today we're reacting to Gabimaru versus Aza Chobei with straight hands. Now let's get to the video.
And Gabi brought out the chompers. Chobei still weaving and blocking, but Gabi grabbed his dome.
Damn, let me stop it for a second. This shit is a lot of there. Like, damn.
Mounted him again and ripped his carotid artery.
Damn,
I
that's
know, bro.
crazy. That boy is, he's like freaking a cannibalism, like eating straight bodies, eating straight bodies in his house. Like, god damn, it's crazy.
Feeling like booling on some
Eating a whole human.
Feel me?
That was just delicious.
Hell's Paradise Sundays are officially back. I absolutely love Hell's Paradise with a passion. Personally, it's one of my favorite mangas of all time, and I know I ain't covered the first season, but shh, y'all just let me.
First of all, he said, nah, freaking Hell Paradise. I like the anime too. It's also one of my favorite anime. What do we y'all chat or YouTube? What do y'all think is do y'all think Hell Paradise is our favorite anime or what? What do y'all think of it?
Me know when y'all want that. Anyways, though, I know we are just waiting to see chapter 56 animated. Also, they're 2 for 2 with openings right now. Delivered us again with a banger. This shit might actually top the first one for me, I'm not gonna lie. And of course, they went OD with the visuals too.
Let me look at that again.
For me, I like that. And of course, they went OD.
There again. The artistic look and like the rainbow and shit. You know, everything looks fire.
With the visuals.
And this right here, it look like it's like a war. I like that
too. It dead looks perfect. Rip to the niggas at Mappa though, of course. But god damn, y'all must have gotten a raise, or at least had to have seen your families for a little bit to be giving us back-to-back peak in the same season. We start off where the last season left off with the introduction of 2 new characters who happen to be from the Yamada Simon clan. This chill-ass OG over here is named Jika, and Young Bull over here is named Shugun. These guys press Jika for info since he's actually the only person who's made it back from the island. This guy wanted to get...
That's mean. He went straight out blood, or he either killed all these niggas.
Comfortable while doing so, and Unk wouldn't even let him do that. Man, free OG Jiko from the pen, man. He tells the story saying that how they had to basically babysit the death row convicts on the island, and he was assigned to the killing Buddha Horubo, the old man who tried to get the jump on Chobei. But we know the result of what happened with Chobei killing him. And look at OG, he was overjoyed as hell. Had him looking like Unk from the Diamond Gym after finding his successor, was carrying his corpse in one hand and shook Chobei's hand with the biggest smile on his face with the other, trembling with frustration at failing.
At this academy in another world, my classmates are angels, demons.
Failing my duty, and with the biggest.
Yeah, so got a nigga hand. That nigga had to be like angry as hell. Like after that, he said, "Bro, everyone get you this nigga hand. Wish me like goddamn. What the hell you think you are?"
Smile on his face with the other, trembling with frustration at failing my duty. My ass. This nigga hates his job with a damn passion. But since his convict was dead, he tried to go back. But the current carried them to the island and they ended up docking on it. Now the elders are even more intrigued, being that he's basically the only one out of 60 people who's managed to touch the island and is able to tell tale about it.
That's just crazy. That's mean half of the people that was over there, they either died. No, they either died or they're still over there. That's what I mean. They either died or they're still over there. That's crazy.
OG decides to cap some more, saying that even though he wanted to continue his duty, he felt it was so important to convey a condemned man's final moments to his family and came back through trials. And just look at this face. Is that the look of a nigga who even remotely has a sense of responsibility? Fuck.
But no, that nigga probably had like fucking so his other teammates out or like stick around them because he knew he was about to get killed. So my nigga, that's a man that's like look like he got terminated by something. His memory fucked up about that freaking police. all the people that was with him, them niggas had died.
Fuck no. The elders wanted bro to elaborate on said trials, but Jika just said it'd just be a waste of time and warns them that they should just stay away from the island from now on, being how strange and unreal it seems, making the analogy that only fools and children poke at a beehive, essentially calling out the shogunate outright, and the elders were on his ass, but Shugun stopped him and apologized on his behalf for his actions. Ankh said
That's
bowing
crazy.
wasn't
He
gonna
said
cut it, but his homeboy told
that
him
one like gonna
that
cut it.
Shugun was one of them ones, making him fix that lip, and read the official order from the shogun himself, telling Shugun
Top
that this
order,
time
top
he gonna
dog.
go to the island and he can choose suitable candidates to accompany him.
I
Jika
bet he
and
gonna shoot
Shugun
prisoners.
are out talking about that little meeting, and Shugun was dead upset at Jika, pressing him about his behavior back there. Jika's excuse
That's crazy. He said, my nigga. I don't know. You said you still want all that damn smack, but you know, like you should not be start to be like saying all that shit to my heart up, nigga. They can get your ass for doing that. Like pipe down nigga and shit the fuck up, my nigga. You're not like that, boy. You're not like that. Like damn, pipe down. These are higher ups we're talking about. Chill out.
was that he only acted like that knowing Shugun was going to have his back, but even so, he apologized. Shugun said that he's only just acting in Aizen's stead, and he can't disgrace him while he's
Dead
gone.
writing.
Jika
Dead writing.
asks about if there's any more convicts they can use as reinforcements, but that's when Shugun lets him know that the only ones they're taking to the island are going to be the Iwagakure shinobi, which, as we know, are Gabimaru's ops. Allegedly,
Damn.
the condemned criminals that they did have originally were killed by a group of Iwagakure ninja, and the shogun ate that shit up like he was Bullin and anything you put in front of that nigga. Then
Ate that shit up.
basically selected the shinobi that were present on the spot. Shugun wasn't too fond of the idea to begin with of bringing criminals to the island, and tells Jika
Well, he said he would not fond of them. You either bring them or you don't, but you don't know what's on an island. So, and they're prisoners. So, if it's dangerous, they're definitely inmates. So, like that.
that they are spinning back on the island in a few days.
Kinda
Jika
makes
was
sense.
like, oh hell nah, nephew.
No,
Oh hell
no,
nah.
no, it's not
Now,
gonna die.
you could make the argument that the island is mad dangerous. Of course, he ain't trying to spin back again. No Lil Uzi. But come on, bro. He's literally just Shikamaru. He'd rather be a damn cloud in the sky. But that's when Shugun sheds a tear, telling Jika that Aizen said that he'd report back on the second day no matter what happened, but it's officially been 3 days. And not just him, but he worries for Sagiri,
dead.
Tenza, and Kisho as well. That's why he wants to go to the island and complete the mission himself ASAP. This regular civilian over here asks what they should do about this thing sitting there, as we see that it's the head of the monster that was in
What the fuck is that? Ugly motherfucker. That boy got an ugly ass mug. Oh hell no. They killed that shit.
the water, keeping niggas from leaving. And Jika said that he forgot to show this to the higher ups, thinking that if he did, then it'd convince them to stay away from the island. And I don't know how one could even forget about killing a monster, bringing it back, and having it sit right outside of where they at. But hey,
Nah, that's what I said. How the fuck y'all forget about that shit, nigga? It's clearly in your face, and my nigga, that shit big as hell, nigga. It looks like he wanted it. He wanted them to like say shit like my nigga. It's like that's cap, and he wanted them to not know about nothing, cause he know just like, either he already know what's on the island. That's or she just she forgot.
each their own, I guess. Jika apologizes to the guy for essentially wasting his time, offering to take him to the pleasure district sometime, or asks him if he wants to pull up to his crib like, hey yo, Jika, you's a freaky ass nigga.
He's a freaky ass nigga. Like you don't get fucked with that nigga face. What the hell? And niggas be whispering in his inside them ear. What the hell? Oh hell no. You know, that's the plug right there. The fuck, nigga. That nigga way close. His mouth is literally touching his ear. Like, what the hell? Hell no.
Fuck with you cause you on that chill vibe, but don't even think for a second about whispering that shit in my ear, bro. Bro was blushing mad hard too. I am
Gay.
convinced that if
That's
Shugun wasn't
gay.
even there, he would have folded. The Civ warned Shugun not to touch it cause it might be alive, but he says, nah, I know that shit dead
That
as
shit came
hell,
alive.
walking off to meet with the other two people
You gotta know that shit that though, like my nigga. I'm the one that killed it.
on they squad that'll join them on the voyage. We cut to Ren talking about Tao and how using it is equivalent to consuming one's own life force. The more you use it, the more the body or the soul will suffer from the side effects, and it'll show. Low guy over here asks if the body and soul are separate, but Ren says that
No.
both of them are just forms of Tao. Homegirl over here was getting mad that they was talking about Tao and shit, but she hit a 180 and told bro to lift his head after apologizing and bowing, revealing their new training hall.
Oh, that's crazy. They got freaking baddies, sexy baddies and shit. Dead people working for them niggas. Huh. It gotta be. Women, them niggas are the enemies, right? The undead people.
Which just looks trippy as hell, but I kinda fuck with it. It ain't even bad for real. Even Ren gave her flowers by saying it can serve as training in Dao Yin and embryonic breathing. How the music encourages meditation by keeping one's unity, and of course, the rooms are perfect for focusing on that Bochu Jutsu, otherly known as
Ojo Jutsu. What
doing the do. Bro,
woman, you're talking about fucking? You just talking about fucking? Huh? 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 You're literally talking about fucking. That's how you do the Jew? What? So you get more energy or more power about fucking? That's crazy.
over
New
here don't
information.
like the idea of Bochu Jutsu, saying it's enough for them to be in the middle, but Ren disagrees, saying how Tao takes on individuality depending on the life that bears it, as we see these guys Bochu Jutsuing and her head explodes. Like, come on, the dick can't be that good.
That's what I said. Nah, that nigga like fucking the shit. No, they be fucking. I think they sucking the life force out of people, out of their testosterone, some shit.
We cut to Sagiri and them, and they fit it up right now. Sagiri drops the game plan being to reunite with Gabimaru and Mei. Since Gabimaru's objective is to get the elixir of life, then he's probably gonna come by the castle at some point, stating that if they just stay outside then regrouping would be easier. But Yuzuriha questions if they're really going forward with the elixir mission due to the Tencent and the other monsters on the island, stating that the mission is basically void, but Sagiri insists that they try and regroup with the rest. Yuzu tries
So they think it's like dangerous. So they cannot go here alone, or they gonna get killed because it's like tough as monsters over here that they cannot take by themselves. It got to be a group or nigga, they just gonna be like a bloodbath. It's just gonna be a bloodbath.
pleading with her, but Sagiri puts her on blast, saying how ever since they found out the elixir doesn't even work on regular humans as a safety net for leaving without it, she wants more Asaimon who will have her back before the shogunate, and ultimately she just wants to help herself out. But even so, Sagiri still wants to leave the island alive with all of them, and she even finds Yuzu's rationality reassuring. Yuzu lets Sagiri know that Gabimaru probably already passed this point, being she noticed a huge burn mark on the wall and broken. So waiting outside would be the most logical idea, enlightening Sagiri, but the problem still lies being if they do reunite, what are they gonna do about the whole Gabimaru wife theory? As we know from season 1, Yuzu kind of cooked up this theory that the elders in the village probably used genjutsu to make it seem like Gabimaru's wife was real, essentially stating that there is a big chance that.
So you're saying Garumaru's wife is fake and it's all in his head, and he's trying to he's actually sacrificing himself for nothing. And if it is, that's crazy because he don't know that he's in a Jinsu. But That's crazy. It might or and I might not. Because when I was watching this part, no, actually, no. I don't even think I watched this episode yet. It's spoiled. It's like a spoiler just because I didn't watch this shit. But that's good information to know. Like, what the hell? Either she is real or she not.
Gabimaru's wife doesn't even exist, as we cut to the main man himself, Gabimaru. And my question is, why the fuck is Fuchi skipping like this, bro? You have no business to be playing these foolish ass games, especially on this dangerous ass island. Blade Dragon Gun Tetsusai asks Mei that if they do climb this mountain, if they're gonna be able to reach Shinsenkyo's castle, and she mocks him saying she ain't lying. As we know from last season, Gabimaru's got amnesia and is just playing along, gathering as much info as he can, but as much as he tries to remember his purpose on being on this island, he just can't remember. But that's when he comes face to face with Aza Chobei. Now, back when I was reading the manga, this interaction alone was crazy to see, since not only are they my top 2 personal favorites in the series, but they're both just complete smoke demons, so I knew...
Right, they're both dead ass. Got them crazy ass hands. Might know how to fight for real, my nigga. Like, pop, pop, pop. If you talk back to them, you're dead. If you look like them the wrong way, you're dead. Like, don't mess with them.
We were in for a treat. Chobei makes the first move, kicking Gabimaru back, but he blocked that shit like it was like cheese. Like a demon. OG was getting hyped at this too. He was smiling ear to ear. Fuchi tells them that they should just cooperate, but Gabimaru charges in, parries the left, mounts his shoulders, and hits that finish.
On the neck.
They think it's over, but the job's not finished. Mei tries to warn Gabimaru, but that's when Chobei picks...
Dang, damn. That boy, Gabimaru just cracked that nigga's neck. Like, his neck just went sideways. What the... I nigga can like kill. That's how I but I like that.
Him up and slams his shit into the ground. Gabimaru asks himself if this was the guy that the rest were talking about last night, who basically rules the island and is immortal, making his goal to restrain Chobei and getting information out of him. Hits this kick, but Chobei caught it and slammed his shit again.
Damn.
Good thing Gabimaru's reflexes are on 10, holding the back of his dome, or he would have suffered even more memory loss.
Right? He gonna be saying, what the hell just happened? Oh, he gonna be dizzy as hell, drunk ass nigga.
Chobei was about to dip, but he heard Gabimaru laughing and he was like, "Is shit funny to you, my nigga? I mean, I ain't dead, so I'll show you how it's done." Grabbed this stone and shot it, but Chobei weaved, but Gabi had to jump on him literally and hit that 1-2, and is just following up with jabs. Jacked his eye, tried to dash, but Chobei said, "Hold this shit real quick." And I know that shit smelling worse than Rakai's breath. That's why they had to white out Gabimaru's eyes. That shit knocked him out for a second. That shit sent Gabimaru tumbling, but he stuck the land.
Yep, like damn. His freaking feet was so kicking, like that boy had to like escape from that. Like, oh my god, damn. That shit stink.
And at first, I thought bro was just spitting out built up blood in his mouth, but no, he bit through this nigga's damn tendon. Chobei ain't even human no more, but even he was questioning Gabimaru's humanity. They get to boxing, and Gabi brought out the chompers. Chobei still weaving and blocking, but Gabi grabbed his dome, mounted him again, and ripped his carotid out. I know bro was feeling like Booling on some feel me. OG sees Gabimaru's attempt at attacking the vital points, and though reasonable, still brutal, as Fuchi compares the fight to two beasts fighting. And even though Gabimaru still...
I like dark side of... No, yin yang, light and dark. Tough, they're both tough, they're both equal, they're both... mad monsters.
Still human. It shows how dehumanizing his methods are, even against someone who isn't human like Chobei anymore. Gabimaru ain't tripping though. In Iwagakure, they break things till they break, but Chobei heals and called Gabimaru sorry as shit, stomping the ground, destroying their footing. Chobei said that Gabi looks so strong back on the mainland, so he let him get a few hits in, but states that he's weak. Dashed at him, and Gabi
you gotta get him at
wall, but Chobei broke through that shit and got a clean hit in. Gabi sent to left, but Chobei brought out the blue lock eyes. The Sharingan blocked it and hit that uppercut, but Gabimaru took 2 fingers off Chobei, but of course Chobei regenerated. OG confused.
Personally, that's crazy because look, every time Gabimaru is like freaking attacking him, just like taking parts of his body out, that nigga is low key the Netsu or whatever the fuck that nigga name is. She is freaking regenerating or healing, my nigga. So you don't know what the how the body going in, but like damn, like He's a dead ass regenerating. Crazy.
On why Gabimaru seems weaker than he was earlier, but Mei says that Gabimaru's Tao is strange and restates that you need to be strong and weak in unison, but weakness is the seed of strength. But Gabimaru doesn't have the weakness he had due to forgetting his wife. But Gabi ignores his amnesia, dashes, struggling to block Chobei's punches, clawed out the side of his face, but he regened. Made Gabi eat this palm and told his brother to murk the rest of them. And Fuchi was like, brother.
Got the strap on me, no lesbo.
Toma went for OG first, but got his blade caught, and OG was dead offended that Toma thought he was weak because of his one arm, gripped him by his collar, and
he said, boy, move that weird out of here, boy. Like, you ain't nothing, my nigga. You die, I'm that sure we're gonna do something, boy. I got one more and I can still take you. Like, freak out of here. Like, my nigga. You ain't finna get me with that shit.
butted his shit into the ground. OG told him to get his ass up, being that he can beat him without drawing his blade. Fuji tried to tell bro to chill out, but nah, he was dead tight at this nigga for doing that. Toma tried going in, mocked. Third time's the charm, denied. OG tells him he's got potential, but it ain't no real skill. And he just started beating on Toma while giving him a lecture like he was his pops. Like, bro, you're not my dad. But Toma just says that he follows whatever his big bro says, stating that he hates people who works in groups like he ain't doing the same thing as a duo. Even OG was like, nigga, are you dead ass? We go back to Gabimaru and Chobei scrapping. Chobei admits that though Gabimaru is strong, he's sure that he can kill him, being that he can read his movements thanks to Tao. Chobei went in and down slammed this nigga, and Gabimaru was like, fuck it, and pulled out that fire style, remembering the chief's words about when facing death, one must inflict maximum damage on the enemy before dying. Chobei saw through that last resort attack, but Gabimaru lit that fireball jutsu and kicked these flaming rocks at him, piercing through Chobei's body. And as he's regenerating, Gabi came in, pinned this nigga to the ground, and was about to set bro shit ablaze. No Rengoku. Chobei's regeneration couldn't keep up. Gabi said that he had none to lose and called out Chobei for having something of value and that he can't beat people like Gabimaru because of it. And boy, did that strike a nerve as he decides to release everything and that his little bro Toma is enough for him. As we see vines growing out of his body.
My nigga looking like a devil or a demon, my nigga.
And he's looking like a damn Red Hulk at this point. The vines head Gabimaru's way, but he's bobbing and weaving. Oh shit, never mind. Chobei sent more vines, and Gabi shot that fireball jutsu, but Chobei hit that Onyx up Sigin Brawlhalla, if you know you know, to shield himself. Jumped into the air and hit this devious ass down slam on Gabi. He broke.
Wait a minute, this nigga low-key got the same powers as Venom, my nigga. Like, the tentacles, he can make his body to like a shield or some shit. He low-key have the same powers as Venom.
Out of it, but Chobei just sent more vines, and he was just slapping my man Gabi silly. He hit that fire style and basically nuked the area. Both of them made some distance, but we see Chobei trapped in his body where all he can see is darkness and a dark looking vortex, and bro's already getting pissed looking at that shit. Dashed in and started sending all types of attacks Gabi's way. Gantetsusai asks why Gabi.
He is freaking he is just taking doing random attacks right now, just doing random attacks. Whatever he can throw out, he just doing it right now.
He ain't using Tao, but Mei says that Gabi can't use Tao now because he forgot. And since Chobei's Tao is much bigger, he just can't win. Gabi came to the conclusion himself, and if he uses fire style again, he'll be cooked, literally and metaphorically. But it doesn't matter, since someone else in the village will just replace him in the end, and killing Chobei is more important than his own life. But he gets held back by the spirit of his wife. But as Chobei charges in, Gabi does the same, hitting that fire style. OG and Fuchi are just confused, being that they thought those two wanted to receive the pardon, but it's as if they both lost their sense of selves.
Right? Did they get on all out war, my nigga? You dying? It's you or me. I'm dying or you dying, my nigga. What is gonna be? Like, we on this.
What comes to the realization that Chobei is doing this for his sake. Chobei charges at Gabi, trying to take him off the map, but that's when Lil Bro Toma got between them, and Chobei actually punctured him in a few places and sliced his face. Toma apologized since all this time Chobei was fighting on his own because Toma was just too weak and undependable, telling his big bro to come to his senses. But just like Aaron
don't
the
lose
plumber,
control. Do not lose control.
Gabi saw the chance to burn their shits to a crisp, but Mei came in to use her powers to destroy the footing below the Aza brothers. Gabi had to get that last lick in, so he kicked the boulder like he was Isagi Yoichi himself at Chobei, and he ate that shit like it was nothing. But he told Toma to wait for him, getting him to safety before falling. We see Saguru's group at the other side of the castle looking at the statue and hearing the music and shit. And on one hand, to me, I can understand the creepy and eeriness to it, but on the other hand, I just find this is so freaking cool, bro. Yuji Kaku's
everything is like cool. It's like cool and like mystical and shit. Like finding at like a new place and stuff. Like, magical. It's magical. That's how I gotta say.
Art is just so freaking beautiful to me, man. All of this confuses the gang, but even so, they move. Hoko, I think that's his name. I kind of forgot. I'm gonna keep it a bug.
That's but a log
he thinks about all that's happened so far and states that this round of humans will undoubtedly bring change to the island, asking if he'll still be himself by then. As they're walking outside the gate, we see Gabimaru's group and they meet up. As they're walking outside the gate, we see Gabimaru.
What the hell happened to this nigga? And his own niggas locked up. They locked him up. Oh, that boy is hanging by his pirate saber.
Maru's group, and they meet up. They sort of exchange info real quick, and Hoko is shocked because in his 1,000 years, god damn,
what happened?
My bad. In his 1,000 years of living, these guys have killed Soshins, Doshis, and even Tensens, coming to the conclusion that they just might bring more than change to the island. We see Fuchi mourn the death of Senta since they were pretty close. Shion suggests that they should get away from the castle, but Gabi and Mei are incapable of moving at the moment. Saguri's a little caught off guard since Mei did go through like 2 growth spurts since they separated, but
oh yeah, so she can while they on the island, their freaking their body is aging. So the little girl is not young no more. She's older.
She still holds her close. OG was about to cut Toma down since he was a traitor and basically dead weight at this point, but Saguri held it down because she wasn't trying to see no more bodies drop. Yuzu suggests that instead of scrapping, they should tend to Gabimaru since he's on death's door. Fuchi came back and said that he did everything he could to patch up his wounds, but it's more than just a physical body, and that his spirit has been damaged as well. Gabimaru wakes up and he tries to stand up, but the rest suggests for him to stay down. He still
stay down, like, cause you do not want like croaking or dying, my nigga, cause you're like in bad shape right now. And your mentally is really fucked up. Like, god damn, you need to like chill out and like get some rest, I guess.
Doesn't have his memories, so he just plays along. Saguri asks if he's straight, but Gabi smacks her hand and saying that he is. Saguri asks who he was, to which he responded saying that he was Gabimaru the Hollow, but she knows that he already dropped that hollow shit. Shion and Fuchi shielded her since he knew that he was found out. Saguri says that due to his abnormality in Tao, Gabi probably lost his memories. Shion uses that
That's crazy, so he don't remember his memories like of them meeting or the past 5 hours or minutes, some shit. Like all his memories of everything of them is gone. No, he's not gone. It just showed, I think, or back of his head. Like you know what someone get the fuck knocked out of them and they can't like remember anything until you actually remind them of who they are or what they is. Yeah, that's how it really happening right now.
Yakugan and sees that his soul has been worn down to nothing. Saguri sympathizes with him since he just fought and fought without rest ever since their separation, all for one purpose. So Saguri decides to handle this. Saguri asks Gabi if he knows why he's here, telling him that he's lost his memories, but Tao that's compatible with his can cure him. She tells him that she's not his enemy, but an important ally. She's trying to touch him, but Gabi keeps smacking her hand away. I guess his body knows that he's a married man, but Saguri had enough, pinned him to the ground and told him that calling her
get over here.
an important ally to him doesn't seem all that accurate since they share a deeper relationship than that, managing to grab his hand as he's squirming around. OG thought that they was doing that Gojutsu, but May said it wasn't, but it was kinda similar since their Tao is circulating through touch. Shion also senses something and says that they share something that he doesn't quite understand. Gabimaru says that he feels his strength returning, and Sagiri says that for all of them to make it back, they gotta work together, asking Gabi, wasn't there someone he needed to see again as he starts to remember.
My girl.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
The gang ends up finding a cave that they can camp in thanks to Gantetsusai, but Shion tells him to not let their guard down, being the Tensen can proceed beyond sight. Bro asked if he was a coward and if the Tensen were that strong, but Yuzu said that they were, since it took 5.
Right? There is strong the fuck, nigga. You cannot, it's like you cannot take them all at once or one. It gotta be like multiple bodies. Multiple bodies, nigga. I gotta fight them in multiple. On one person
of them just to beat one, and since they was boxing at their crib, the others are bound to notice soon. Shion asks if Gabi met one of them, to which he said that he did at the gate. Sagiri is glad that his memories are returning, but Gabi apologized for causing trouble to them and that he's learned his lesson. Yuzu suggests that they go back to the mainland since they have a better chance of convincing the shogunate than beating those monsters, but Gabi ain't doing that since he can't see his wife without that pardon. But that's when Yuzu tells Gabi her little theory about his wife being an illusion by the chief to control him, but Gabi is certain that she exists. He can't really put it into words for real, but he remembers the little things like body features and that, and says that his wife's name is Yui, and though it is difficult to prove, that's why his only choice is to escape the island so he can see her again. And surprisingly, the gang wasn't hating on my dog. Even Gon Tetsusai said that he'd lend a hand, and Shion caught that little joke since he's only got one arm.
Little joke, little arm. Like, my nigga, you always gotta stick up for someone that you care for, my nigga. Even if they're the enemy, my nigga. If they want to get something and they're ready to like sacrifice themselves for something or someone, then my nigga, go my means, go ahead. People will like to support you and shit.
Yuzu called bro out, saying that he just exposed his weakness even though he's a shinobi, but Shion said that Gabi's Tao swelled up while he was speaking, and to him, perhaps it's both a weakness and a strength, stating that he has an incredible amount of Tao for just a small body, and those who have something to lose are ultimately strong. We cut to Chobei tumbling down the mountain, but he's still alive and he regened. He thinks back to what happened to him, saying how mysterious yet dangerous Tao is, but once he's mastered it, he'll become unstoppable. As he stood up, he sees a bunch of monster fodder behind him, but he wasn't scared in the slightest. He was trying to run it, because they'd make good Tao practice, and he just no-diffed them to say the least. He said that they tasted like ass, but that's when he gets...
He slaughtered, no, he ate the shit out them niggas. He ate them like cannibalism, but they're not human no more. They're like monsters. But they was real people though.
Rolled up on by Ren as they ask if he was the one who killed Mudan. But the episode ends right here. And for all my manga readers, we know what's about to happen next episode. I'm not gonna say too much, but this was the episode that we've been waiting for. I'm just so glad Hell's Paradise is back for real. It felt like I was waiting forever. But hey, better late than never, am I right?
Sorry.
Anyways, y'all go like and hype up the vid.